Hi everyone, it's Tammy at Frou-frou Studio. Welcome back for another episode of I Saw It on Pinterest. Thanks for joining me today. I have a pen by Marina Blaukitchen that I have picked out to work on today, and of course, I'm going to do what I normally do, which is make this adaptable for a journal that I'm going to be working on. So, even though I am focusing on the layout of this, my end look will be fit for the journal I'm working on, which in this case, is my April design team project for Sweet Pea Curiosity. Sorry, I had a loss of focus there for a minute. So, I have chosen Marissa's kit called Summer on the Farm, which I have not printed yet, but I do know that journal is a tall, skinny journal. So I wanted to make sure that my base was going to be narrow enough to work in a small, skinny journal. So when you fold the 8.5 by 11 page in half, your page widths are only 4 1/4. So I have cut my base at 4 inches by 6 inches, and that's what we're going to work on today. So, again, focusing on more of the layout than what she has actually done here. I'm not looking to copy it exactly. I'm just looking for the layering and that kind of thing to adapt it to mine. So remember, when you're looking at Pinterest, and I say this, every excuse me, every episode, that when you're looking through Pinterest and looking at other people's makes, don't necessarily look at, hey, do I have everything, that they have in their pen to work with. Look more with the eyes of, how can I adapt this to work with what I'm doing, and make those changes when you're making your ephemera. I am trying to do something that I can use pretty much right away for now, because I have a whole tray of ready-made ephemera. I don't need to add any extra ephemera that I'm not going to be using. So that's why I'm adapting the pen. So I'm going to set my iPad to the side so that I can reference it if I need to. And we're going to get started. So the first thing that I'm going to start with is, I just have a piece of faux coffee dyed paper that I've cut to 4 by 6. Actually, I have cut it to 8 by 6, and I'm going to fold it in half and glue it together just to make it a little more sturdy for my background. Now, I am going to be gluing this probably into the page as a pocket back here. So I'm not worried about it being too terribly thick, but I do want it to be more than just this little thin paper. So that's why I doubled it. So I'm going to glue this together real quick for the first step. How is everyone? I hope you're doing well. We've almost made it through another week. I always look forward to Thursdays because I like doing these. I saw it on Pinterest Makes. And I appreciate all you all watching and following this particular series. It is by far probably the most watched videos. Although my revisit videos are doing really well too, and I appreciate that. Okay, so that's our base that we're going to start with. So the first thing that I want to do is kind of build my background. And again, this is where I'm going to start going a little bit rogue. They have a 50-cent price tag at the top and it's square. But I thought it would be kind of cool to actually do the shape of price tag. So my tab is actually going to be the shape of price tag, and I just stamped 25 cents on there. And I'm going to glue it right up here in the corner. Again, it's not really going to have a function other than it's going to be on my page. Now, what I could do is take that string out and put a grommet in there. Do I want to do that? No, I think I like the string. So I'm going to leave the string. Whoops. So this is going to be my first piece. Sorry, I had a freak out moment. I thought I was putting it on there upside down. Okay, so the next thing is they have like a public school kind of piece, or she has. It's probably a Tim Holtz piece. I'm going to use this Tim Holtz piece, and you can see I'm going to have to, actually, no, I'm not. I thought I was going to have to trim it off a little bit, but I'm not. So I'm going to put that down next. And it is thicker as well, so that's going to give me even more sturdiness to my piece. Oh, come on, I just used you. There we go. I thought it was going to clog up on me already. Yes, I'm going to be starting this design team project after the 1st. And I'm really looking forward to it because I'm ready for something spring, summer looking. Okay, so that is that. The next piece that I'm going to use, where they have a piece of, it looks like Tim Holtz cardstock from the correspondence kit. It looks like it's the one that has the red and white map on it. I'm going to use, actually before I do that, and before I did this, I should have put down my edge piece. Let me see if I can pull that up real quick. Doesn't matter if I hurt the paper underneath. They use 10 Bolts Fabric Washi, the one that looks like a ledger, and I'm going to use this piece, which is by 49 in Market, just because I think it fits my aesthetic better, what I'm going for. Do I want it to go? It's a little bit longer, but I'm going to put it all the way to the top because I have something going here that I think will cover that. So let's put this down. And then I'll fix that card back. You're not going to see a lot of this in the long run. My iPad just went to sleep. I hate that when I'm trying to look at something and it goes to sleep. Again, I'm not going to worry about the back of this because it's going to be glued down on the page. If it wasn't, I would put another tag or do something on the back. Okay. So now we're back on track. So the next piece I'm going to do is, this is a digital of a flower seed pack. So it's got nice springy, summery looking colors on it. I'm going to ink around it. And I don't remember whose this is. I want to say that it's maybe part of the Spring Bounty kit. But I'm not positive, so I don't want to say that with a 100% guarantee, if you know what I mean. Okay, so that piece is gonna go like that. And then the next piece, I can't tell on hers if it's crumpled up paper or if it's fabric, but I'm going to use fabric because I want to include this flower sack material on mine. Because I think it fits into the theme, and I just like flower sacks, the fabric. And I'm just going to use glue stick to glue it down, because I want it to stay soft. And that's just going to go, I'm going to kind of crumple it up. Kind of put it down on there. cute. Okay, next we are going to put our coin envelope. And for the coin envelope, actually next, I'm going to put my piece that goes down at the bottom, which I'm going to use this, is scrapbook paper. And I'm going to tear it because I don't want a straight edge. If you want straight edges, then by all means do straight edges. So it's gonna go kind of like that. The top edge won't matter. Let's get it down. So it's going to go almost to the bottom. I want a little bit of this paper showing at the bottom. Oh, and I just thought of something that I didn't put, or just saw something that I did not put on the on the I'm having difficulties today. I was meant to put a paper clip right there. Let's see if I can get it on there. Just a tiny clip. Actually, it goes up here, so maybe I can get it. I didn't put, oh, I'll just use a big one. That'll be fine. A big rusty one. I'll probably like that better anyway. So it goes right here. Like that. So it looks like it's holding those cards on. I need to trim that off. Now I'm going to ink all the way around this when I get done. So I'm not worried about the fact that that little piece of faux ribbon is not inked at the moment. Okay, so now, where are we? Okay, now we're going to do our little, no, we're not. See, this is what happens. I'm going to put this number 3 down here first. Cut that string off. Now we're going to do this. Really. We really are now. And actually, I'm going to drop this down. No, I'm not. You're not going to see much of that fabric. I wish I'd have made this envelope smaller. I used the Tim Holtz die. Maybe I can scoot it over. No. Can I move this over? Nope, it's already dried. Okay. It is what it is. It's still gonna look fine. I just wish more of that fabric was showing, but that's okay. When you do a tall, skinny journal, that's the one thing is you're kind of limited for your width. Where you normally have at least 5.5 inches, you know, you're down to 4. So you have to think about that when you're doing your makes, or you will definitely run yourself out of room and make it too wide. Okay, so this in the whole thing is the functional piece. So this will open and you can stick something down in there. And then, like I said, if you wanted to do another pocket here or here, you could when you glued it down in your journal. So now I want to put this little green stamp here. And I'm going to judge where I want to do that by this lady. I think I'm just going to use one so I don't waste it. And you can see, you're barely going to see any of that little trim. And then she is stapled on, so I'm going to take the tiny attacher. I really want to, I'm going to do it this way and do a couple. And be sure to not staple your envelope shut. Ugh, nothing came out. There we go. All right, and then down here is in the original where they have the bingo number. I'm going to put a little floral piece and a button and a little piece of lace. And a flower. And I'm hoping I'm going to be able to do this with our glitter glue, because I've already had Fabri-Tac all over my fingers once today. So you can see a lot of this, you only get little peeks of what's behind, but I think they're necessary in order to give the total look, because I know I hear a lot of, well, why did you put that down if you're just going to cover it up? Well, yeah, we're covering it up, but you get little peeks of it when you're looking at the piece, and that's the point. When you're layering like this, is you don't necessarily want to see the whole part of anything, but you want those bits and pieces to fit together to make a total composition. And I wish I had inked that picture, so we're going to go back in and try to give that picture some distress. Alright, so let's see. I should be able to, since all I did was staple it, or a lot of it I should be able to anyway. Now, I could put a staple at the bottom too, but I kind of like the idea of it being loose there. Let's take the sandpaper to it as well. Let's scratch it up a little bit, because even with spring summery kinds of looks, we can distress, right? Maybe even kind of fold up that one edge and pick the pieces apart like that, and then ink that. And where's my vintage photo? There it is. Gonna go over this with some vintage photo. All right, so now let's go around the whole thing. And I'm using the walnut stain for my outside edge inking. And I think I'm going to do a little bit of sanding on this too. It kind of has a really slick surface to it, so should be able to get some of those numbers to, oops, sand in my paper clip. Okay, do I want to do anything else? Maybe kind of give that a little bit of fraying there. Yeah, that's the one thing I wish I had. I could put another piece up there, I guess. I wish I had carried that fabric up so it would show more, is what I was going to say, but we'll see if we can get another piece. Yeah, I think I can get that up under there. I'm going to use our glitter glue this time. It'll still remain pretty soft. Now this glue is going to be the death of me. I even switched bottles. There we go. We just had a little stringy bit in there. Alright, let's see if I can get this. Down in there. So there we go. Pretty satisfied with that. I think it turned out really cute, and it is very much based on the original pen, but it's got, you know, what I need for my journal. Now, I could do some stamping on there, especially here, but I kind of like the wrong one, staining and stuff that's already there, that was already part of, although I do want to put some little splatters or stains on that price tag. Let me get my, I've got this little tin here that's got my most used stamps in it. Sitting on my desk so I don't have to go looking for them. Split some little, just to kind of tie it in. And we'll put some where I did that sanding on the picture as well. Okay. That's it, guys. That's that one. And you can see that's an adaptable layout for any kind of journal that you would want to do. And you could, for sure, you know, make it whatever size that you needed. So, Marina, thank you very much for the inspiration for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I will see you back tomorrow. I'm going to be doing the hashtag ABC GLC tomorrow for the letter G, and the prompts are absolutely fabulous for me for this week. So I can't wait for you guys to see what those are. So until then, Belle says hello. And you guys have a good evening, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.